And good morning.
Good morning.
We came in a little bit better, not much, because I was still 10 seconds lost there. But at least we weren't fumbling
I
the
know
football and getting this.
we didn't drop the headphones or anything.
No, no, but the day is just beginning. The hour is just beginning. So thank you, and I'm glad you're awake and joining us here at WKAX 1500 AM, the winning worship radio show. We are the faith frequency on your dial. We have a lot to talk about
Yeah,
today.
we do.
I do want to thank God for our being, for our seeing each other once again,
Yes.
that He gave us. As my friend Jean always says, today was her day to pray, and she always says, "Thank you for allowing." So I thank God for allowing us to be here together again one more day on this day, and that tomorrow we will never see again. I mean, yesterday we'll never see
Hmm.
again. Leave that in the past. Whatever mess was there, leave it. And whatever beauty you experienced yesterday, bring it into today,
Yes.
because tomorrow isn't promised. So make sure today, like Jill Scott says, I'm going to live it like it's golden.
Man.
I just, it's so much going on, and we're going to get there with the conversation, just even in our community, not just the world, but the world is heavy enough, and you're looking at the news and people say, that's why I don't watch the news. Well, if you don't go to your own city council meetings, and if you don't know what's going on in your community, I mean, you can't shun yourself from everything.
Speaking of our community, I got some tea to spill today.
All right, my cup is right here. My cup is right here. Share the tea, girl.
Well, city council meeting.
Okay. We
If you've
starting off
never been
heavy.
to one, you need to go.
Uh, I wasn't there. Go ahead. I mean, she came in heavy. I was.
The man, Eric Mays, on
Mm-hmm.
TikTok that's going viral and stuff for Flint, Michigan's
Mm-hmm.
city council. He ain't got nothing on Florence City Council.
Uh-oh. What happened? I wasn't there, so I wish I could speak on it. And that's what I'm saying. We need to
Girl.
get more involved, including myself.
This was my first time going to a city council meeting. And when I say it was out of control, it was out of control.
Well, you don't.
The worst part for me was, everybody was getting up there voicing their opinion, in which I know people are upset and heated and stuff, but it was just like it just everything was blown out of proportion. And the city councilwoman, Katrina Simmons, she got disrespected. That's my opinion. That ain't my opinion. That's what happened. She
Right.
she got
Yeah.
disrespected.
From what I'm understanding, I mean, we try to here at Knox Media Group, we're going to give our opinions on things. But if you saw it to be fact, state the fact,
Saw
honey.
it and heard it.
Yeah. Because see, I'm hearing that she was disrespected, but you were there
I
and
was there.
witnessed it.
Yes.
So like I was saying
You
earlier,
made me want to get up out of my seat.
I
and say,
see,
you
but
don't do
see,
that.
and that's what our community needs to get more involved. You know what I'm saying, including myself, because you think of, well, that ain't got nothing to do with me. Oh, it has a lot to do with you and your community.
Yes. And I mean, we were speaking on the they were speaking on the medical marijuana and Airbnbs, and also the WC Handy
Mm-hmm.
Center. They want to what is it called? They don't want to build a new one. They want to just
Renovated.
renovate the
Mhm.
old one. And
Mm.
that's been up ever since. I think the lady said 1954. And the people are demanding a new center for the kids. And that's beautiful because that center is wore down.
It's just like
It's wore down.
patchwork. You just patching
And that's
it
all
up.
they're doing.
No, and with not just technology, but everything should be fresh and new for these kids. It's like, well, it's been there forever. That's the thing. You can't keep patching over
Mm-mm.
a patch and then repainting and repainting, and then, oh, there's that crack. We'll just fill it in with a little bit of, no. Why not build a new one with all the new toilets? Not just say, well, let's get them a new toilet seat.
Mm.
The toilet seat. I'm talking about the whole toilet. The whole building. Just why not? Why not in on the west side? Can we build it to be just as beautiful as they do in every other part of Lauderdale?
Exactly.
You know, just keeping you where you are and making you, well, they'll be satisfied with this. Look, I can eat some crackers and drink some water, and it'll satisfy my hunger for the moment, but that's not what I want for dinner.
Exactly.
So I'm saying that because I've had a lot of people who say they don't want to see the news because of what's happening in the world. To a degree, I understand that because it can get depressing. It's like, my dear God, all over the
I had
world.
to stop watching the news for a minute
Yeah,
there.
but I like to be up on it. If I don't, even if I don't watch it every day, I do have. I kind of want to know. I may not know the in depth stuff, but I watch enough to, like, is it getting close? Is it getting close? But to try to be up on a little bit. But if you don't want to see what's happening in the world, it's your choice. I understand it. It really does bother some people. But when you're in your own community, and I'm learning this, that we need to be up on what's happening and not just be satisfied with, okay, they gave us that. We have
And
a
that's why they
voice.
do it, because we don't stand up for
But that's what I'm
ourselves.
saying. Not only when I said earlier we need to support, go out there to show support for Katrina. So when somebody's telling her to shut up, then this whole village will stand up and say, none of us are going to shut up.
Oh,
So,
they told them we here to stay. We ain't going nowhere.
yeah, well, look, you see, I went, look, man. So, I mean, it not only to support her, but to support ourselves and our communities and say what we want and what we expect. And we're not going to settle for kibbles and bits
Like we've been doing.
like we've been doing and
Hmm.
be satisfied with that. Ooh, they done painted the rec center. Ooh, they gave us some fresh water for the pool.
You could put makeup on a pig, it's still a pig.
It's still a pig. And then that makeup's going to slide right off. Well, shoot, even if the makeup is tattooed on the pig, you're still going to have a pig attitude.
Exactly.
So I'm just saying that we need to um, go out and help make those changes. They need to know that there's many more voices than just her one trying to fight for all
Yes.
of us. We need to all be there, and including myself. So be let's keep her in prayer, lifted and encouraged,
Yes.
to keep fighting, and that we will be there to back her and support her, not only for her, but for ourselves. Because those kids, the last time Knox Media was out there, this is
Hmm.
before you came and joined the family, and we were there, and it was a pizza party. And so it was a lot of fun for the kids, and they were excited, but they were in order.
Hmm.
We had music out there. It was really a good time. But I could see where there not only needs to be upgrades, but why not give them a new something they'll be really proud of. They don't really
Yes.
know no better right now, but a lot of people who grew up around there are still seeing the same things. You know,
Yeah, it looked exactly
it
like it did when I was a little girl.
the only thing what they do, paint the mural that's inside that. That's
I don't know
it.
what they done.
Oh,
But the kitchen is so small. It's like maybe two people can fit in it.
no, that's not acceptable. It's just not acceptable. So, but like I said, they'll give you some utensils, paint the kitchen, give you a new toilet seat,
Hmm.
and then give you a mural inside, and say, look it.
Maybe buff the floors a little
Oh,
bit.
and then they'll buff the floors, you know, and give you a new mat outside so that when it rains, you can wipe your feet off, and that's it. And then they're gonna have a high rise and a new parking structure and all kind of goodies, you
Hmm.
know.
On the other side of town.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, on the other side of town. But listen, so that because my tea was getting a little hot, which is me. We're gonna take us a little break, and we're gonna come back with some more news and some more uplifting and encouragement for you. You're listening to WKAX 1500 AM, the Winning Worship Radio Show, and we'll be right back. All right, that was short because we got caught again, but we were just discussing off air. Just well, we're both calm. My tea is a little warm, but it's still a full cup. So
Yeah,
I'm
she's all
gonna.
right.
I'm all right. I wish I was there. I mean, not to so much start anything, but now they've started
But just to
something.
see, just to see how people are really treated,
Yeah,
it was something to see and hear.
but I mean, and when they're discussing, I know that they have to go back and forth. I understand. You can't just solve something in one meeting, in one
Hmm.
council meeting. But did it look as though that they were coming to some agreement on one issue, or do they do like as they do always? We're gonna have to get back to you. We need to discuss that more.
Well, to my this like I said, this was my first time going.
Uh
My
huh.
my understanding was they voted, but they're gonna the next meeting they're gonna bring it back to the table.
I'll be there. I need to find out when the next one is to make sure I'm in town,
Yeah, we'll find that out.
so that we can because I want to hear, because see what happens with many of us, and the reason why I put myself in it, I am concerned with Social Security. I am concerned with the different programs that are offered to us, not so much as a way of that's the way we're going to live the rest of our lives. It was designed to really help us to get into a position,
Hmm.
and then you find your way to work. Now if you are disabled, or if you have other issues and you can't work, okay, these government programs are for you. But I am curious about a lot of these things, but now hearing more and more about this in our own community, it just enlightened me more. I want to attend because I don't want. Here's what I don't want. It's already here. They've made the decision, and this is what we have to accept. And then people complain.
Yeah.
They complain after the fact when everyone can go to these meetings, voice your opinions, um, quietly, demonstrate outside. I mean, whatever it is that you need to do to be heard and come in big numbers, because you live in that area. Don't just accept what they're going to give you. Just don't, because you'll wake up one day and say, oh, they gave us a road with a sidewalk. And when actually you needed much more than just that one road with a sidewalk. You needed much more. There's much more to your community and where you live for your kids, not only for yourself, but your kids, and a sense of pride and the whole thing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I do.
So I don't want them to vote for me. I want
to vote for yourself.
Yeah, I want to be a part of this decision making since taxpayers' money's involved and whatever. I mean, this is where we live. So anyway, let's start getting more involved because it has to do with your community, your life, your community, and what it is that you want for yourself, for your family, for your kids. So because Pastor Knox usually he talks about the bettering of the church and this, and but he's always talking about, I want to leave something for these kids because they're gonna grow up, and so when they grow up, what did we leave behind for them to continue on with the work in the church? So it's the same in our community. Do you want your 5 or 7 year old to grow up to be 21, 25, and 30 years old? They're taking their kids to the same community center that looks the same, just as you stated earlier. You say nothing's really changed, but they got a mural on the inside.
Nothing has changed.
So, and we're not going to yell out Mona's age. We're going to let her pick an age that she's comfortable with and change it up every once in a while.
I am 46, respectfully.
And beautiful. Just thought I'd throw that part in.
Thank
because
you.
You know what? You remember.
So are you.
Oh, well, Jesus. Thank you. But, they used to say back in the day, a lady doesn't tell her age. And I thought, why not?
Mm-hmm.
Because I am so excited to be on the planet that I want everybody to know how old I am.
It's a privilege.
It is an honor and a gift from God that he still has us on this planet for whatever number of years I am. And so I tease about being 75, 83, 92, 103, and the reason why I put threes behind my numbers for the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit.
Oh, okay.
So that's why you'll hear 103, 83. All my numbers will have a 3 because of that, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. But actually, I'm 62, and I will be 63 next month.
63 where?
My body will tell you. Some days I do feel the ages that I pretend that I am, but it's a joy to make it to another birthday, and I don't mind because I'm not trying to pretend to be something I'm not. So therefore, I'm going to tell you how old I am because I'm truly happy to be here, and then look, I'm 62, and then I'm gonna. Oh, I can't wait to be 63 though, because there's my 3. But I'm not trying to get no little.
Now, see, it might be different if you looked your age.
Oh,
you probably wouldn't tell nobody your age.
No, because I'm starting to look at.
No, you're not.
Well, I almost said something on the air. I'll tell you later. But no, I mean, physically, it just catches up to you. But I am thankful and I'm grateful that I'm able to move the way that I do.
It's a blessing.
And
to be able to move is a blessing.
To be able to move because I know there's a few people my age who don't move as well. I don't move the way I used to. But I'm still, my mind keeps thinking that I can, so I go for it.
let me tell you, we got this little lady at our church, Julia Walker.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna say her age, but she's an elder in the church. She get around way better than I do.
See, you see what I'm
Way
saying?
better than I just look at her. She's so feisty.
I knew a little lady like that, and she has since passed away. Matter of fact, I she was at her daughter's house. Her daughter is in her 60s too, and she said, "I can't do this," and her husband waited out there in the dining area, and I stayed in the room with her till she passed. And so, but before that, that woman, you couldn't stop her, and she was like mid 80s. She was still driving. She was wearing them nice, I mean, not them wigs that would twist to the side or look like Barbie hair. This woman,
girls wearing.
I mean, no, not real long. Hers was gray and everything. She really
But
looked.
I'm just saying.
Oh yeah.
frontal and
She
stuff.
was on it, and she dressed nice, and she was still driving. She was going to bingo dances, and she would
I mean,
travel.
just because you get old, people shouldn't feel like, okay, I'm not gonna fix myself up today.
Well, not only not fix yourself up, but you ain't got to stop living and wait for death. I know I won't. That's why right now I thank God that I can move, and I try to stretch, walk, exercise a bit. I could do more. Honestly, I want to do and need to do more, but and I will do more. But I'm just saying that I'm blessed even in this state right here, and I cannot see me in my 70s or 80s slowing down. So I have to keep it moving now, and I have to eat right, exercise, try to get my good sleep, and all that stuff that helps you to maintain. We're going to have body aches as we get older and things we can't help, but right now I'm going to try to keep it moving, and girl, I want to be dancing, dipping, and doing it when I'm 83. I mean, that's, whatever the Lord has planned for me and whatever is going to happen, but I'm serious. I just want to live the best life that I can.
You should.
Yeah, and you too.
We should.
Honey. We will. I'm trying. Oh my God, maybe tomorrow, girl. I'm sorry. I have to switch gears right in the middle, and I don't even know how to drive a stick shift. I don't, but I switch them gears so quick right now. I just remember I wanted to, and I'll have it for tomorrow. Just for Pastor Knox, Deion Sanders was going to be on Good Morning America this morning.
Oh, okay.
And I had to leave before, and I thought, oh, God. So I'm going to have to look it up. But I wanted to see him live. He is something when, and I do not believe that it's an act. When he gets on there, he's who he is.
Well, I heard a little bit. Somebody had interviewed him, and he was talking about the guy that got hurt.
Was that on the 60 Minutes? Because that was Sunday.
No, this was last night. A friend of mine was looking on his phone last night, and I was eavesdropping. And, and he was talking
As
about
you
the guy
should.
that got
Hurt.
And he was just like, the kid that did it, he was playing his best game. He was out there doing his best. So he shouldn't be punished for that. I guess a lot of people is talking about the guy, want him to get kicked off the team or whatever.
Oh, the one that hurt the other guy?
Mm-hmm. He said he felt like it wasn't intentional. He was just playing the game.
But the guy was already out of bounds, and then
I don't know.
Oh, that's
Maybe
right.
that ain't what
She
he's
didn't see
talking
it.
about. I don't know. I don't know football.
Before this season is over, Mona's gonna know about football because it's.
I know a little bit.
No, it's not only that, but to watch a game. To watch a game, we're gonna have to go somewhere and watch a game.
Where we gonna go?
I have no idea because
Classics.
I don't know any place here to go and watch a
We
game.
can go to the Classics, Magic City Classics.
She gonna have to.
But we won't be watching football.
Okay, no, I got. Lord have
I'm
mercy.
just playing. There's a lot to do at the Magic City Classics.
Okay, she'll have to hit me to that and what's going on. And speaking of what's going on, we do have a few public service announcements.
Okay.
Do you have some to share? Because let me start with
What you
this.
got?
Well, I think you have something for September, and I have October. So let me just throw this out here while she's looking. Um, Jerusalem Missionary Baptist Church, they're having a homecoming program. That'll be on Sunday, October 15th, beginning at 10:30. So the closer we get to that, I will give you more information, the address, and I'll remind you of the time. So that's Jerusalem. They're having their homecoming program. That'll be Sunday, October 15th.
Okay.
And we'll go every other one. Do you have something that's closer in date? Because mine are in like October.
I have this Kids Loving Kids. Attention motorcycle riders. You're needed for an upcoming tour run for Kids Loving Kids on September the 30th. For 12 years, they have been providing Christmas for kids and teens in Alabama. Bring unwrapped toys, gift cards, and any donations as you ride to Spirit Life Church at 1650 St. Joseph Drive, Coleman, Alabama.
Okay, and that was the 30th?
The 30th. You
Okay.
could call Pam
Mm-hmm.
at 256-318-4555. And that's September the 30th.
Okay. I have one, but, and it's later in October. And actually, our councilwoman, Katrina Simmons, is putting this on. It's a free event, and it's Rock the Block.
Mm,
So that sounds really exciting. And
It
as time
does.
approaches, that'll be October 22nd. That's a Sunday from 2 to 6. So as we get closer to that date, I will keep you informed on dates, the times, and the location. But she's going to have a Rock the Block. And it's a free event. So that's another way to support. And it's a community block party. So she's really trying to bring the community together, not only like we discussed earlier at the city council meetings, but also community fun. We need to be together.
participate.
To participate. We're in this together. We live next door to each other and down the street and around the corner. We want to get that village back together.
Yeah, and you always hear people, they don't do nothing for the
They
community.
don't do nothing.
They don't do nothing.
Stop it.
And it's always something going on.
It's always something going on.
People
And
just don't go.
But see, here at WKAX 1500 AM, as well as our sister station, I already know they're going to rock this information. So WMXV 105.1 FM, they'll let you know too. So there's no excuse that you say, I didn't know about that.
Mhm.
It's a community block party, and I'll fill you in as time goes on. But it's October 22nd. Just kind of say, there's a Rock the Block party. Put it on the calendar, Sunday, October 22nd. That's all I'm going to give you for now.
Well, the Shoals Area Quorum presents the 22nd annual Singing Gospel Extravaganza fundraiser event Saturday, September the 30th at 3:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. at Spring Park Double Deck Pavilion in Tuscumbia, Alabama.
Okay, that's also on the 30th, right?
On the 30th, September the 30th.
See, there's a lot going on. I mean, they're really I mean, a lot of good stuff. As Pastor Knox says, good stuff.
They got a pastor's pre-anniversary banquet at New Testament MB Church. It will be held at Woodman of the World, 2114 Hilton Drive, Florence, Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
And you can call Taisha Rolette
Okay.
and Tina Kurtman to get information.
Okay. Do they have a number?
Taisha Rolette, 540-522-5721.
Okay.
Tina Kurtman, 256-415-0883.
All right. Now, those were our public service announcements, and we're going to try to keep you informed on what's going on around town, down the street, up the road. And but those are the public service announcements. We do offer advertising for all businesses,
Yes, we do. Big or small.
big or small, and I promise you here at Knox Media, we really are about the community, and we really are about growth, and we want your business to be successful. And you say, well, I'm good right where I am. We can all do better. And that's what we look forward to do, is working for you. So we do have a package that will fit your budget. If you think, I don't think I can afford that. No. Don't think that way. Just say, what can you do for me? Okay? So you call us here at Knox Media Group at 256-712-2887, and let's do that. Sit down. We could talk over the phone and to get you started I mean, you can come into the office, whatever is comfortable for you. And let's discuss what your wants and needs are, where you see your company going. And then we could work that package that will benefit, we have a package for you. I promise we do. I'm good getting ahead of myself because I'm really thinking that all we need to do is just sit down and talk to you. Don't worry about the numbers. Just say what it is that you need to do. We can all come to an agreement. Get your business out there as well as church packages. Those are so important to me
Yes.
because the love I have of Christ, and I want all pastors to know, or deacons, who's ever listening, church members, say, you know what? Some people probably don't know that we're here or who pastors this church.
Right. And
So,
we want all the parking lots filled up.
what she said, we really do. I mean, that would just be amazing. Make the devil mad. And that's another community thing. Just just fill the churches. So we have church packages separate from the business and businesses packages. So give us a call. Whoever's listening, discuss it with your pastor, you know, and find out, say, I think this is something that we could afford to do.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a one set fee. I mean, we just want to work with you and whatever you could do so that we know your location, your times of services, who pastors at church. And, you never know. When's your anniversary? When is your
Right.
what functions are you having? And so we can all celebrate together. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Tell a friend to tell a friend, and then tell that friend to tell a stranger and a friend. I'm just saying, walk down just start talking inside of Walmart. Just no, really. So we're here to serve you. I promise we're here to serve you and work with you, and we look forward to doing it. So again, that number is 256-712-2887. And you never know, Mona or one of our other salespeople will be out and about and just probably walk in your door. So,
Yeah.
but so like I said, you
So
can
be
call
nice
us.
to us.
Please be nice. I wanted to kind of recap. There's so many stories out there, and the same story, and people are like, "Oh my God, I thought that story was over." It's never over because it's a continuing. The daycare center in the Bronx. Okay, first of all, they're denied bail, as they should, because there were 4 children. One died. A 1-year-old died. One
This
is
is the kids that
the fentanyl.
came in. Okay.
The
Yeah.
fentanyl. And so the 1-year-old died.
That's so
And
sad.
I seen the other child, I believe was 2 or 3 years old and out of the hospital. But they're still searching for her husband. Okay. She listened to me. And I don't know. I guess you can get the use of your phone. I don't know how she did it and when she did it, but when she was in custody and they're interviewing her and they're doing things, how did she do this? I don't know. But she erased over 21,000. That just, I don't know, messages, wherever it's stored, between her and her husband. That's what they're saying. I mean, it was contacts and different codes. I don't know.
Oh wow.
But because he must be on the run. They said he ran out the back door or the side door or something when he saw them coming and left her. And I think the second person that you might have seen. So when you see the woman and the man with the baseball cap on and his head is down, that was one of their tenants.
Oh.
And so they're both, one of their charges hold 20 years off the top. And then because that child died,
Mm-hmm.
they're going for life.
Wow.
So right now, and that was in the Bronx. And so, who does that? Who has those kind of pills? Even prescription medicines, we have to be careful that our kids don't get a hold of them. That's why even sometimes I have difficulty opening the tops.
Mm-hmm.
But some kids, I don't know how but anyway, we have to be careful about drugs laying around. Now, again, that was a large amount that they had. But that story is ongoing because, of course, they're looking for the third suspect
Right.
in this. But they do have those 2 arrests. So
Did they say how much fentanyl they had?
they did, but I can't remember. But here's the thing. I can't really show you, but even just a little amount, they said, would take out an adult.
Mm.
And I know that this opioid and this fentanyl, they said, is what are those pens that, because the mayor was talking about that this morning, that EpiPen.
EpiPen.
Okay. He said it's sad that we're going to that they're carrying around EpiPens, because when people are going into convulsions, or if they're about to die, when somebody ODs, you have to stick them.
I didn't know they use EpiPens for that.
That's what he was talking about.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna have to further investigate what are EpiPens used for, but
allergies.
No, well, whatever this was,
maybe it was adrenaline.
It's
shot
something.
Or something.
It's something in this to where and I mean, for a kid or even an adult that's ODing. But anyway, it's really it's really bad. It's really bad out in the Bronx, but I think it's bad all over the world. I don't know who can get down with fentanyl, but people have done elephant tranquilizers, so I just don't want to investigate that. But
I just don't understand why even mess with that stuff if you know how potent it is.
How potent it is, and like back in the day, they would dip this the marijuana stick into something, and I'm trying to think of the name, but
the embalming fluid.
And but I'm trying to think of the name that they called it, and it was, I'm like, why? It tells you it's gonna kill brain cells. And then you wake up. One of our friends, I wasn't there, my brother wasn't there, but it's a high school friend of ours. Some other people called us and told us they rolled this guy in a shopping cart to his mama's house, rang the doorbell, and left because he was tripped out on this stuff and he was naked.
Oh my goodness!
But yet that was his drug. He loved that stuff. I mean, I glass of wine, that's it. Okay. But no, we were talking on different drugs, and yesterday you and I were talking about even prescription drugs. You got to be careful because you could become addicted.
Yes. We was talking about gabapentin.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Lord.
Gabapentin, to my knowledge, is a nerve blocker.
Mm-hmm.
And it's for like seizures and stuff like that. But they give it to patients with damaged nerves or whatever. I was on it for 3 years.
Okay, so you can speak on this.
Yeah, I can speak on this.
Okay.
For 3 whole years, I was on this gabapentin. When you take it, it's just like if you're sitting down, it knocks you out.
Okay, you could be sitting.
If you're sitting down, it's just like something come over you. This is what it did to me. Something would come over me, and I'll just be like, I couldn't keep my eyes open. It was crazy. But as long as I was moving, I was all right. But as soon as I sat down, it was over. And it was just like, I don't know. I'm reading up on it now, and I think they finna make it like a narcotic now.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a narcotic yet, but it have you feeling some crazy kind of ways.
What were it's called gabapentin? Gabapentin. What else is it used for? Because when I was trying to read that, there's several other things that this drug is used for.
Shingles,
and,
seizures, and stuff like that.
And because you said you had back pain.
I had a slip disc in my back and spondylitis, bulging herniated disc, pinched nerves. It was a lot going on in my back.
Mm-mm.
I couldn't
3 years.
3 years. I couldn't stand no longer than 5 minutes.
Let's see. I guess I can understand where you would have to. That seems to be a long time to be on painkillers, though.
Well, it's not a painkiller. It's a nerve blocker.
It's a nerve. Okay. Okay. See. All right. But if it's a nerve blocker,
it's supposed to relieve some pain.
So I guess it's relieving the pain of shingles.
I guess.
And
I don't know what it is.
No.
But if it blocks the nerve, I guess
then
it stops
it's some
the pain.
kind of pain, right? That's why I called it a painkiller, because, and we have to be careful on that, because there's an addiction, and if they're gonna make it a narcotic, then
Well, they say the doctors are giving it to people like candy.
well, that's money making.
Hmm.
That's how they make their money, and so um, I'm because I've never heard of that drug before, so that's why I'm kind of like trying to search my questions because really, and now they want to make it narcotic, and you took it for 3 years. I understand.
3 years.
Yeah, but see unless it's something that's supposed to help make you better, or are they just saying, this is what you're going to be on the rest of your life. That's I don't know if I'd want to. Okay, me, I have glaucoma, so I take eye drops. I get it,
Hmm.
but it's not making me any. Just like a diabetic, you have to take your insulin, or whether you have to shoot the insulin or you take the pills. We understand diabetes, we understand the glaucoma, we understand this. But when it has to do with pills and narcotics, and or now they're going to make it one, it becomes a little more scary and dangerous for me, because it's like I only want to be on something for as long as I think I need it. Like if
Hmm.
you say, okay, a hip replacement, you got to take this for pain as needed or whatever. Eventually, you're going to heal and walk. So
Hmm.
why am I still wanting these painkillers? But a lot of people do because
Yeah.
they get used to it in their
Addiction.
system, an addiction.
Yeah. And see, I had to take these. I ain't gonna say I had to
No,
take
no,
it,
no, but I
but that
understand.
pain was like unbearable.
Then you had to take it.
And I could have had surgery, but if you don't trust a surgeon, don't have surgery.
And especially, it was your back,
It was
correct?
my back.
Yes, yeah.
It's so many nerves in the back. I just didn't want nobody messing with my back that I didn't trust. So it took me 3 years to find a doctor that I
Mm,
trust to go in my back. And he took my pain from like a 10
mm.
to a 1.
Wow. Okay. So, okay, congratulations, because I mean, a level 10 to a 1,
10
which
to
means
a
you did
1.
not need that gapapit. How do you?
Well, that was when I had surgery. I had
You,
to have surgery.
oh, so you got the pills after the
I
surgery.
got the pills before
Before, then you were taking those pills for 3
for
years
3 years.
before you had surgery.
Hmm.
So after the surgery and the pain subsided to a 1, did you still w- need the pills?
No,
Okay.
I stopped taking them.
You did that on your own.
Yes.
Wow. Because, see, a lot of people would have said, and it's no problem with that. If you need it after surgery, it's understandable, to say, okay, if you feel this way, take this. But then after you stop feeling it, you don't need to take it no more.
Mm-mm.
But, and I'm not saying, listen, I promise you, I'm not saying that someone who continues on, you're weak minded. That's not it. It hasn't, it's just that it's creeps into your system, and you don't even, some people don't even realize that they're addicted until you
True.
stop taking it, and then you either shake or your moods change, or
Hmm.
so it can be
But
scary.
luckily, I didn't go through withdrawals or none of that. But I was on like 600 milligrams.
And didn't you tell me your doctor?
One of the surgeons that I didn't trust
Here we go. Listen.
told me to tell my regular doctor to double my dosage.
Why would he say double it?
When they did the x-ray and they saw the disc on my nerve like that,
Mm.
and it stayed on the nerve, it didn't let up or nothing like that. He was just like, I know you're in pain, so tell your doctor to double your dosage.
But see, I can look at that either way. That's so hard, because is he just doing it because really he has a concern, like, okay, look, I see where this disc is, and it looked like it's going to be, I'm concerned maybe you should double your dose because it's going to be excruciating, or is it a money-making thing? You just never know.
It could be a money making thing because this is the same surgeon that told me he had to do 2 surgeries on me in order for me to be fixed
And the other surgeon did it in one.
in one surgery.
See, that's why you have to, even with, especially with your body, you got to get second opinions, shop around, whatever. If it took you 3 years,
I get vibes from people.
there you go. There you go.
That's how I feel. Like I just meet people, and if I get I'm staying away from you.
Oh yeah, there we go. Because we kind of touched on that yesterday. Not so much exactly that, but it made me think about when we said we got to start getting to a point that we just don't accept certain conversations, that we just don't accept certain attitudes in our life. If we can avoid, if we can avoid it. I mean, some of them may be family members, friends, and it's hard to tell them, look, I can't, I'm trying to change my frame of mind, my way of thinking, my peace. I want to make it, as long as the Father's going to have me here, I'm trying to enjoy my life. Certain things we're not in control of, like that city council stuff. There's a lot going on, but I shouldn't have to deal with a whole lot of mess in my house. Or if we're going out to dinner as friends and it's always mess, we got to cut it,
At the doctor's office.
At the doctor's office. I mean, and here's the other thing with that. Ask a lot of questions. Once again, this is your health, your body,
And
your
you have to
your
deal with the
mind.
outcome.
And you have to deal with the outcome, or someone who's caregiving for you, so ask a lot of questions. And, so that you're comfortable with whatever decisions you make for yourself.
Well, God sent me this surgeon
That's what
because
you
I
told me.
feel so much better.
And you don't even look like you've ever had a problem.
I had surgery last year.
Okay, I'm done. That's no, really, that's amazing that you had it last year, just last year. And, ladies and gentlemen, she's lost 38 pounds.
Yes, I did.
All this within a year. That really is amazing. And that she's still smiling. And I tell you, when people don't look like what they've gone through and then they start telling their story, it goes, what? So it makes you think about yourself that, hey, wait a minute. Either my problem's not that deep, or it is that deep and more. But if she came out of it, or if she's able to deal with it this way, I love this little saying, and I've heard it out here, and I had to really think on it. Sometimes the only Bible a person will ever read is you.
Mm.
So, and it's not to say that we're a walking scripture or we're this,
Right.
but how to apply the Word of God to your life. So when we're applying it to our life and we allow it to get into our DNA, and because this is who He created us to be for, but we're born into a life of sin. So now it's the renewing of a whole lot of stuff, and free will and choice. A lot of stuff factors in, but a lot of people are watching you when you think they're not.
Yes, they are. They really are.
Even a stranger, how you treat someone as you're passing by. And I've looked people in the face and in Walmart or anywhere, and I go, oh, excuse me. And either they don't look at you and keep it moving, or they'll look at you like you're crazy and just go. And I go, okay, well, Lord, I did my part. I did my part. I did my part. And, so, and then especially with people they're watching.
Yeah.
And don't forget about the kids.
The kids are
The kids
always
are
watching.
watching and listening more than you think. So because a friend of mine told me, I never even thought my kids were listening as, they were growing up. And she said, and now they say some of the same things I used to say, or they're actually doing what I was fighting them to do then. They're just doing it now. Like it's just a natural part. So they're listening. So we have to set an example. Be who you are, even with your mistakes, because we're going to make mistakes. But still, it's just how you deal with that, and be open and honest with yourself. Some things, no, I do not want to share with anyone. It's just between me and my Lord. But really, you never know in your sharing a part of you how that can help that other person with what they're going through.
True.
And then they can open up. So really, for you to have shared that, I would have never guessed.
Really?
No, never, that you've had back surgery, that you were on these things for 3 years and you weaned yourself off, and and without a complaint. I don't think I just don't believe you complained, did you? And you told me yesterday. Well, you might have, because pain is pain, honey. I mean,
Pain is
pain is
pain.
So,
And if you ain't never been in pain,
oh,
baby,
mm,
I'm telling you.
no, go ahead, baby. Because when you go like that, oh baby, oh no, you ain't been in pain. I understand, because I know that kind
But
of pain.
before then, I would see people. I was like, "Man, they know they ain't in that much pain."
Right. See, you,
You know, you
the
can't
Lord will
say
say,
that.
no, you
You
can't
cannot
say,
say that.
oh man, they're just faking, or they still, you can't say that, because
Can't.
I've been in some pain, and then people see that I still try to function. I still have to do what I got to do, and then they go, "Oh, girl, it must not be that bad." No, nobody else is going to do it for me, so I
So you
have to
have to
do
do
it.
it yourself.
And I have to find a way to do it. And so it's I don't know. To God be the glory. I'm telling you, because I was kind of drifting, thinking about some of the stuff that even I've gone through, and then as yourself, as everyone, as all of you out there, and I'm telling you, give God the praise and the glory for getting you through some of the things that. And I see some of y'all out there lifting your hands up. Why not? Hello, somebody. You know. So it is a joy and a treat to when I say it is a joy and a treat to be here, it is.
It is.
And every time I wake up, I think, oh my God, I'm still here. I'm still here. So, oops, I almost moved away from the microphone. I wanted to, no, I want to share something, but we're moving on into the almost the top of the hour, and I do want to save it for you, but I'm just gonna tickle your fancy for a minute. Do you know there, and it's probably many more, but as I was searching and looking up some of these news stories, do you know there's some black people who say that they don't want people to say that they're black? Okay,
What do they want people to say?
either, and I, it's not that it's a secret, so I will have names, and I'm gonna read their statements.
Okay.
Some just believe, look, I'm just a human being, so, well, I get that, but you're a human black being.
They don't want to be labeled as black.
Uh-uh. Uh-uh. And two of them said, well, no, you shouldn't just call me black, because I'm half black, half white. You're still black, according to when the policemen see you, they just see black.
Yes.
You know, you remember Holly Berry was dating this man. I want to say she was married to him. I can't remember, but a white guy or European. He's from another country or something. Handsome man, and she's mixed herself, but she's black. So he had a problem. I mean, they're not together anymore, but he had a problem with them calling his daughter black.
Really?
Because and I mean, I'm gonna get that one for you. And it's not a big story. It's just saying who the celebrity is and what their feelings on it.
Okay.
I don't understand that. I just don't. Even if you're mixed, if you want to say, yes, I'm half black, half white, but the only thing that really people are going to see is that you're black.
Pretty
And
much.
pretty much. I mean, get out there and go. That brings me to a quick story, really quick. This was some years ago. And Oprah without her makeup looks like Oprah without her makeup. I'm just going to say it like that. But she was in this store where there were purses. Just nothing but, I mean, no price tags on them. No price tags. Okay? It's that kind of store that if you have to ask, you can't afford it. And it's in this Bel Air, Beverly Hills, some ritzy place. And she walked in and she's looking at the purses, had no makeup on, hair pulled back in a ponytail, looking like average Jane. And the lady came over to her with a snobbish look and said, no, she didn't say, can I help you? I'm sorry, I'm lying. She didn't say, can I help you? She just said, ma'am, I don't think you can afford anything in this store.
Wow.
And so she said, how? She didn't say who she was right away. She said, how do you know I can't afford anything in the store? And she says, ma'am, I just think maybe you should leave
Wow.
because you won't be able to afford this. You know, first of all, anybody who knows this store and you're going to walk into it, you must have the money to buy it.
Exactly.
And not only that, if even if you have the money to buy it and buy nothing, you just want to come and look, and then you're getting ready to have lunch with your friend Gail. You know, so after some conversation, she just made a few phone calls, and by the time these people got there, she was telling the woman who she was, and that she not only could afford to buy the purse, but buy the whole store. That's what she told. I can buy the store, and let you go and hire someone else. You know, so that's why I'm saying that. You know, but see, Oprah is black, but still, I'm just saying that even Shamar Moore is in there, but because he's half black, half white, but he just said he didn't want that label because of the him being mixed. I don't care what you mix with, they're still gonna look at you black. If they pull you over, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? So it's just
they had it at one point in time that if you had 1%,
that's what I heard.
You're black.
Yeah, that's what I heard. And if you got 1% white, you're still black.
Yeah.
Because our genes are strong. They really are. I'm just trying to be mindful of the time. Oh, we have 2 minutes. Listen, I want to just throw it out real quick again about advertising. Please, if you, we're here. I promise you, we're here to serve you. Whatever it is that you need and you want to get your business out there, just give us a call at 256-712-2887, and that goes for churches. Feel free. Mona, do you want to wish anyone a nice rest of the day?
I hope everyone have a nice rest of the day.
Have a beautiful and blessed day. We love you. Listen for us tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock here at WKAX 1500 AM, the Winning Worship Radio Show. Be blessed.
Bye.
Peace. Bye-bye.